Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We're here with the Hawk, the 59 Hawk if this is the first time you've seen it. And the Hawk's been kind of a pain in the butt this week. It waking an old car up from a long nap, it takes time, and I'm finding it takes a little patience. The car's in great shape. The previous owner took really good care of it, but it just didn't get driven much, and you tend to know that's not great for old cars. So it's had some carburetor problems, and I've ordered a 4-barrel Edelbrock for it and an Edelbrock intake for it, so hopefully that's going to fix that problem. But I thought everything was doing fine. I thought its hard starting problem was just simply the carburetor, because even after rebuilding the carburetor, I've got a video on that, but even after rebuilding the carburetor, it's still got some spots where it's leaking, not from what I did, but just the original seals are just done. So, kind of figured that was it. Well, last Friday night it told me that's not it. We were turning off of one road onto another after going out to dinner after a car show, and it died. Put me on the side of the road, straight up died. If you've got an old car without four-way flashers, there's a great product that I want to show you that I think you ought to consider buying. Okay, so we're back. So a little product I bought. It's called a Guardian Angel. I'd actually seen this on a towing. Watch a guy on YouTube called Ron Pratt. If you're into tow trucks and having things towed and seeing things get recovered and stuff, he's really cool to watch. And he uses these. They're called Guardian Angels, and they're about $50. And when I got the car, I know I didn't have four-way flashers, and I know I was sitting on a 66-year-old car. It was going to die somewhere along the line, just a matter of when. So I bought this little dude, and as you can see, it's just LED lights flashing, and you can make it do other LED flashing things, and it's got a bright adjustment to it, and it's got a light on top. It'll do a lot of things. And I'll be honest with you, that thing was so bright that the tow truck driver, when he came on Friday night, actually thought there was another tow truck there. So I was real happy about that. That's literally a potential lifesaver. It's on Amazon. It's like $50. And if you've got an older car that doesn't have four-way flashers, or maybe has real weak ones, yeah, a couple of these guys would potentially be something that would save your day, save your life, maybe save somebody you care about. And the other cool thing about it is it's magnetic base, and it comes with another magnet on the bottom, so you can actually strap it to your shoulder or something. So if you were changing a tire or something and wanted it, you could do that, and then just hit the thing on the front, and it all goes away. So what we're here for today is these guys. These headlights are just as dim as can be. I'm going to go around and turn these on for you. Now, as you can see, these headlights have all the candles. They do put out a little bit of heat, though. That's nice, because it's getting cold here in Florida tonight. But they're dim. They're really, really dim, and they were adequate for the car show that I've been going to and stuff like that, and coming home. It's only a few miles down the road. But the one on the left side, it finally started to take a dive, and it's gotten real dim, and it'll occasionally come back around and, hey, you've got a light, but it's clearly on the way out. So my choice was either buy another set of these or find an El Cheapo set of LEDs. And so that's the route I went. And I've already put the driver's side on, so I'm going to show you how I do the left side, turn that off before I run the battery completely down, and show you just how much brighter these are. So my standard disclaimer on everything goes the same. I'm an idiot. Don't do what I do. If you do what I do and you burn down your own stuff, you probably shouldn't have done what I do. So bear that in mind. Let me get a couple of tools together. Let me get the lights together, and we'll be right back to it. Okay? Thanks. Okay, so we're back. This is one of those quick, easy jobs that it should only take a few minutes. If I have more room in my garage, I got too much Studebaker crap laying around. What I've got is, I've got a flathead, I've got a Phillips head, I've I've got a little thing of grease. The headlights I opted for, I think, were $84. You get your LED lights for both sides, and you get an adapter if you need it. I don't. Yay, more extra wires. And you get the bulb itself. And honestly, what I liked about this one is, well, it's not got the arc on it, which I'd really like an old school headlight. It, at least from a few feet away, looks like an old school headlight. So it reminds me of the European lights I put on my car when I was 16 that were actually illegal because they were halogens that you could change the bulbs in. And back then in the States, they were illegal. But paid about $80 for these. If you want to see what they are, you can either look them up on Amazon, or you can send me a message in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to tell you. So if you're doing this on any other car, you know, it's going to be the same whether you're doing this on an old Volkswagen or you're doing this on an old Studebaker. So first thing you got to do is you got to take the headlight rim off. And this one does not seem to connect really well. But I guess if you're 66 years old, you're allowed to not connect that well either, are you? Come on, you can do it. Get off of there, girl. Come on. Yeah, that's the longest screw ever. Okay, so that just lifts right up. We're going to set that aside. And then we've got 3 screws that actually hold the headlight in. That's a scary one because it looks half stripped. We've got one down here and we've got one down here. So hopefully all of these are going to cooperate. If you've got an electric screwdriver, you can use it, but I'm going to be honest with you, I wouldn't. So good. Whoever put, oh man. Yeah, we're, oh dear. Yeah, that's not good. And that's a screw I know I do not have laying around either. Alright, so we're going to have to order some, we're going to have to find a headlight ring screw. Okay, so we just take the ring off, nice and easy. Set it aside, pull out the old headlight, and back here, man, on an old car, be super careful. Get a feel for your wires. If they feel crunchy, take a look at things, see if there's anything you need to do. Just give them a little bit of a love and tuck, basically, and just make sure that they're not bad, okay? And then, before I put the new one in, I'm going to use a little dielectric grease. It just helps with connections, helps keep water out. I don't think there's any way to keep this stuff watertight, unfortunately. If I was putting the old original, the original halogen bulbs in here, which is kind of what these tops are made for, I could put a rubber piece over it right here, and that would just boop, go over nicely. Excuse me, but that will not work with the LED module. At least as far as I can figure out. I did all this on the other side just so we didn't turn this into a 6-hour video. And then this only goes in one way, so you just turn it until you find the right combination. One more. Now look, there's only 3 options. Never. Okay, good. Now once you get that on, then you just hook it down like an old halogen would have gone down on here. Okay. Get it in nice and tight, then fight the other one a couple times, call it bad names, that kind of thing there. These, you'll see letters. Another kind of light in here. And then we're going to put that on. I'm a big fan of testing things before I go shoving them on. So we're going to flip that light on. Y'all tell me if it's working or not, okay? All right, is it on? I think it is. Yep. Now, got an old car. You got to play with these wires a little bit. The situation here is they run around and you got to ground, and this dude has to have a spot to go. So you kind of gotta gotta just kind of, there it goes. And in my case, it just dropped in, sort of. Dropped in a minute ago. Okay, so there you go, it's back in. Now, I have seen where people have said they've had to cut the backs out, take this whole thing out, but even if you had to take this whole thing out and modify the back of it, it's just a few screws on the sides. If you take out the adjustment screws, count your turns, because otherwise you're going to hate your life when you put it back together. And here again, this is definitely a little on the snug side for going in that way, so I definitely need to hold on to it while I get it in there. And here again, this thing only goes in one way as well. And I'm not happy with this. It's fighting me too hard, which means I gotta pinch my... Now, if you live in a high salt area or a high whatever, you might even run some tape around there just to help protect that. You know, I live in Central Florida. I deal with rain. That's all. That's the story of my life, is rain. Come on now. I promise you'll like living with a Studebaker. Studebakers are fun. You'll enjoy it here, I promise. Come on. There. See? Wouldn't you rather be there than in a Volkswagen? All right. The Volkswagen joke goes back to these kind of old European style replaceable bulbs. Not banging on old Volkswagens, just got to talk to the old car on occasion. All right, so, you know, unfortunately, this will freshen up the front end a little bit. And that's not really something I'm looking to do on this car. I'm looking to keep this car about as original as I can. This car now has... It's family owned at this point. My mother has taken some definite interest in this old car, and along with my dad, which if you've been following along, you know I bought this car from my dad. And but surprisingly, my mom's taken a definite interest in it, and she wants it kept original. And I'm totally good with that, and I'm actually excited to make that happen for both my parents. They have, I think like a lot of us will say, they've done things that we can never repay and never give back, you know? I found it, believe it or not. This one just wanders a little bit. The driver's side did not wander at all. And this side seems to wander a little bit. So, now we've done that. Clean up our little mess here real quick. I'm actually going to save these old headlights. If I ever end up going to with the way that we're redoing the interior, if I ever go to a real car show where it needs to be original, I can put those back in. So, let's turn on the lights and see what we got. Oh yeah, those are going to be a lot brighter. So, that should help a lot on those night rides home. So, I wonder if we have high beams or if we're going to have to do something crazy there. All right, we do. So, we're in good shape. So, to finish all this up, easy job, obviously. 5-10 minutes per side. Nothing to it. You may have to do some modifications on some cars. Hopefully yours is this easy. It's obviously a huge difference. I'm going to go drive the car a little bit tonight and just see, but you don't want to see that necessarily. But if you have any flickering, there is a relay switch that you can put in that'll stop that. It's about $12 on Amazon. I can show you one of those as well if you need to message me to comment, or if you need to comment to get a hold of me. So hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you'll like and subscribe, and I hope you'll pass this on to other people with older cars and come along. I think the next thing we'll be doing is the distributor, and then after that, probably the carburetor. So hope everybody has a great day. Boy, if it's where you're at like it's where I'm at, stay warm. See ya.